Welcome back to Province of Erie. For the start of this particular section, since everybody was escaping the Obsidian Citadel via the water route, our druid Shambles, shape-shifting into a shark since he at level 4 can finally use swim speed, has been swiftly moving everybody out of the water. The water tunnels are getting tighter, and because that the current has been rapidly pushing you, and suddenly, because of rolls, both Rails and I forget your paladin name, Boulder?
I don't know his name anymore. Just go Roland.
Roland have blacked out. And because of this, I am going to require both the players of Rails and Shambles to quickly leave the room.
Let's go over there.
You have blacked out. In the darkness, you have found yourself in the midst of a marble temple. You see windows, and you look around, and there's flames, and there doesn't seem to be much of a door. You have a feeling that this is a high tower of some sort, but there seems to be no accessible way down or up. In the middle of the room, you find marble stairs leading to a large golden scale with both scales lowered to the ground. In the middle is the head of a lion. You hear a voice saying, "Come forward."
Just walk forward.
You hear a gurgling noise, and as the spaces between the marble flooring, you see water begin to gush out between each step. You begin to fill the room about up to the ankle, and you see the water become darker, color of blood.
What was the action spot?
If you want to do an investigation or
No,
perception roll,
Yeah, like a perception roll, maybe.
you would roll to add your perception, which I think is an intelligence. D20.
I think it's right here. Oh, wisdom check.
It's a wisdom check.
Yeah, and I have 0, so it's
Okay.
pure knowledge. And I got
You're perplexed by how the water is entering the room. But as you're still standing there, you're noticing that it is going to be an issue because it isn't stopping. It eventually goes to your waist. We'll ask again, with the only higher ground being the steps upon the golden scale is sitting as a large golden scale. I mean, the beam at least has to be 12 feet. These scales are at least...
Can I get in top of one of the scales?
Yes.
And also, this is an action that goes to the scales. Can I... What was it with the lion head?
There is a lion's head. And if you
Really big?
may not remember before in your lore, you were a paladin of Torn, the lion-headed god.
Yeah. So, technically, he's testing. His head.
So you got onto one side of the scale, or you get everyone?
I guess like that's the head of the one.
You grab to the head of the line, and you see as the weights of the scale begin to move.
Like how many?
Because they were completely down, and it's beginning to raise each side of the scale. The water is coming up, and it is eventually about to pass your stomach, but you're seeing how the scales seem to be almost somehow, even though they're solid, floating upon this sea of water. And the only higher ground would be to climb this.
I mean, I could climb on the scale, but how does it help me? Because I'm heavier. Is it empty on the other scale?
Both sides are empty.
Well, I guess I always one of the scales. Does it matter which one?
Left or right, you can choose.
Let's choose one.
You hop upon the right scale, you see as it is lifting you above the water keeps going, and clearly it comes to a point where if you would have been below the steps, it would have been above your head of just blood, and the smell is in your nose of just uncoagulated crimson. And you hear a crunch, and you say, "There's always a day of sifting out in judgment." And you hear as something within the scales move, and you see your chain begin to lower into the water, and the other one higher up. As you're looking at this hope that slips from you, you see a beam of light and an angel, a beautiful angel comes down. And from her wings, she plucks one feather, hits the other one, shifts, and you slowly start down. So in due time, you'll know what it's called. And you will wake up on a shoreline in a field of grass next to your comrades. And that is where I'm going to ask you to leave. And please call Nicholas Rails.
Oh, what is happening?
Last of events, do you remember that you were in those tunnels and I'm saying you have blacked out? In your shadowy, memorous state, you come to and you find yourself in a wooded forest and there is a fire in the distance. You've come running through the woods, you don't remember exactly why, and in a clearing, with the moonlight beaming down, you see a black oily form, almost a black oily eel. A black oily eel. What would your character do? The moonlight shimmering on it.
With a fascination, I would approach and see if I can speak with it regularly, if not, speak with the animal.
As that is going on, you start hearing in your mind words of a language that isn't animal, dark words that men have never heard. And your mind kind of hurts, but it hurts not because of the incomparableness of words beyond space, maybe before this world has been founded. You feel pain from this creature, and out from the woods you see the little chawanga that have came to you in your adventures, ones that you have drawn, and you see stepping out in the forest the Sphinx back from that vault in which you have drawn. And you see them draw closer to you. You see the eel's body. You see the eel. And you see under it lays the dead body of the person who had the leech ability. You see a little, on the head of this creature, you see a little pinprick form between its eyes, which is completely jet white. And then it glows bright, almost to blinding, and becomes a dull golden color. And you find yourself awake on a shore line in a field of grass next to your friends. You see Roland and you see Shambles getting up. That is when I will request you to go get Mr. Shambles for his blackout event. Shambles!
It's just you, Eden. I fainted. What?
While others have fainted, you've held strong in your form of a shark, jetting through the water. And then you see as the water jet goes to a complete wall, nowhere to go. And as you are going, and you try to stop, but you can't, holding on to your friends as a shark, slip through
The wall.
the wall. And you feel a colder, larger space of water. You see in moonlight you have never seen before because it's glowing an odd pale green. Because you're a druid, you sense that you have slipped into the Feywild.
Oh.
In a vast ocean. What does Shambles do?
I first observe the area that I'm in, like off in the ocean, in ground. Is it all darkness or something?
You can see vaguely through it, and you see seahorses through the water, and there's almost like a coral reef going on, and there's a large plateau off to your side, and then just vast ocean.
Is my
in the
friend still with
moonlight.
me?
Yes.
I'm gonna go straight to the air so I can.
You go up, you reach the surface, and it's just ocean as far as you see, and a strange full green moon glowing.
I try to use what is it called where I inspect it if I know knowledge.
Go ahead and roll that and add whatever your it would be a nature check if you know what your nature stat is. So it's a 3 plus that.
Where's nature?
It would be on your stat line. I don't know if you're
On the left
proficient.
side?
Yeah, I do not know if you're proficient.
Nature.
Nature. That is 0. That is a 3.
I don't know anything about
You
that.
look at a strange alien world with, off in the distance, you see fluorescent, large whale-like creatures, and they let out their whale song, and they're glowing a very dark purple off in the distance.
So, my friends are still with me
So you're
somehow.
giving them a breath of air.
Yeah, that's why I'm up at the surface for sure. I
But you will have to dive back down soon.
will.
Yes.
Oh,
Or at least under the gill.
yeah. But so there's no island or anything.
No.
I go down to the coral reef.
Suddenly, the moon is blotted out, and there's a pitch darkness, and you just see from above you a large yellow eye. It says, "Sapling, you must be far from your home. It's been a long time since I spoke one touched by yeast. I, too, am an animalistic spirit." Your mind focuses, and then there's a large, gargantuan stingray looking down on you.
With eyes on the bottom.
Yep.
So it's like I'm
Like
like
it's so big you only see one of the 2 eyes.
yeah, I speak with it saying, is this do you know what happened to the ocean? Do you know?
It says, "I was going to ask because that once was my home. Why is it so small now?" You feel like this loss and longing, this idea that even the ocean where it is at has lost something because of in your natural plane is lost.
As a disciple of Eden and all of the land dwelling
Mm-hmm.
like creatures, I will pursue the truth of what happened to the ocean along with the land and where has Eden been hiding. Like,
Eden.
well, Eden, or
Oh, the tree.
yeah, tree. Like, what made him so, like, not interactive to the people anymore? I will pursue.
Good. You would say, like, I see your friends. They are hurt, very lost. I will bestow upon them. It heals them, and they go back to whatever spell slots. It's almost like they went and did a long rest, but they're still unconscious. I will shepherd you to a portal back to your plane, and I will tell you from where you are going to go, if you wish. There is another animalistic spirit that has more domain in your plane than me, and I do not know why. To the east. And there is a cloister, which is a grouping of druids there that are trying to help. If it is your wish, go there and tell them that the great manta ray is still alive but cannot manifest in your plane, for the ocean is too small.
Okay.
And a ring made out of bubble appears, and you see a far off ocean. Not ocean. You see a different pool of water, very blue, almost how the water of the ocean is more of a green. This is your character wouldn't know, but you as a player would know. It's almost like a pool water blue.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is not natural made, is it? I'm gonna ask.
Alas, no, but it is the largest body in water, several hundred miles.
I enter.
As you enter, I will need you to roll and add your Constitution, which is a +4, because I remember, because
20.
the water. Yes.
Oh my goodness. That too.
+4, it's a 6. As you're swimming, and with your gills, you feel that there's this taste in the water. It's awkwardly chemically, and even though you were strong, there's almost something enchanted about it, and you blacked out. You wash up onto the shore. That's what I need to ask everyone to come back at.